Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Usually Fixing and Tinkering. This time Project Ruby is going to the MOT garage at last, finally. This was supposed to happen about 2 months ago, but because of carburetor running issues, which turned out just to be a seriously dirty carburetor that needed an ultrasonic clean to make it work properly, so touch wood it continues, the car is now ready for a proper MOT. Everything works. I've just checked it over the last couple of days, and you know, before you go for an MOT, just do your basic checks. Make sure your lights work, bulbs, put your hazards on, check the wipers work, check the washers work, check your horn works. There's a lot of basic stuff you can do. Check your fog light works. If you've got a car before 2009, don't worry about the reverse light, but it works anyway because I want it to work. But it's not tested on cars before September 2009. Afterwards, it's a different story. So there's quite a few other things. In terms of the emissions, cross fingers on that one, but it is a pre-cat car, so it is a bit easier for it to pass, much easier. In terms of everything else, let's hope it does pass. There was one advisory on the last MOT that I'm not sure about, and the garage that I'm taking the car to, it's not my normal MOT garage. So basically, I've got two MOT garages, one that's very local to me, who can't do it because they're on holiday. So I'm going to go to the other one, who they have been quite strict in the past. I used to take the Focus Mark 1 to them back in the day, which it feels like back in the day, it was that many years ago, but they're quite strict. But that's okay, because if anything does need looking at, they will find it. There was a bit of play apparently in the lower bottom passenger side arm at the front in the previous MOT, but there were many other things that I really didn't think was an advisory, and there were some things like the exhaust that should have been some sort of advisory. So yeah, there were things missed in that last MOT, so it kind of makes me think, how accurate was it, or did they just want something to write on the paper? You know what that means. So let's see how this MOT goes, and let's get her out of here. Second time round. I mean, starting in a few weeks. Well, about a week, I'd say, actually. Not quite. Much, much better. Putting the choke in. I think we'll let this car warm up for a few minutes and then head off. There we go, off we go. Right, okay guys, so we're on the way, and hope you can hear me, unless my road wireless has packed up again. Yeah, car's up to temperature. I'm going to have to turn the fan on again because it keeps steaming up. I am pleased to report that the back heated windscreen, the back screen, heated screen, it only works on, it works on all of them apart from one, which is exceptional for a 35-year-old car these days. So I'm really pleased about that. Usually heated screens, my luck with them seems to be, you'd be lucky to get a few working. Well, I'll tell you what, this car pulls really nicely now. Absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with this thing. It idles nicely. It is a cold morning, I have to say that. Turn the heater off. The heater is pretty good when it gets going, which is what you want. Everything works perfectly fine. Wipers, mirrors adjusted, everything like that. So I should be interested to see what the MOT brings, because it is a strict test, and in some ways that's most crucial on older cars. If it's a bottom arm that needs changing, I'll change the bottom arm at the end of the day. It's no big deal. Just got to make sure that you get the right arm, because there's two different arms, one for the power steering models later on and one for the earlier models without power steering. But Yeah, this car pulls a little bit better than before. The mixture's correct. The jets are not mixed up. There is a bit of a rattle coming from the left-hand side under very uneven road surfaces, so I wonder whether that could be a bit of play in the bushes. I'm not so sure, but the MOT will find out. And well, I'm going to leave you here, guys, and I'll cut back to you later once I've dropped the car off and well, give you the result of yes or no, pretty much. Well, about 10 minutes after that video, oh, 15, 20 minutes I should say, and we're stuck in this lay-by. Yes, what are we doing here? Well, shall I demonstrate? We've got the old Gremlins back again, so it's in park. Can't idle. This car's driven perfectly and then, there we go, cut out. Brilliant. So, once again, guys, we've got the old issue of can't idle. Brilliant. Crappy fuel. I'm so cross, it's untrue. I've just had to phone the MOT garage to abandon the test and take this car all the way back home. So this is a new one. Is it a pass or fail? No. Can't get there in the first place. This is ridiculous. So now I've got to take the carburetor back off again and clean it again, but this doesn't solve the issue. The idle passage keeps getting blocked by crappy fuel. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to leave this here because I'm too cross. Well, just made it home, and this is just a thing with old cars. You really are not, you're never settled with them, and a little bit sick and tired, but at the same time, it has got slightly worse as we've got home. So I'm going to leave this car to cool, and I'm just going to see how this car behaves the next time I start it up. But the truth is that carburetor has got to come off again, and I'm going to put it in an ultrasonic cleaner. I'm actually getting one. After the loan of the cleaner that Rob sent me, that cleaner has now gone back to him because he's going to need it. And I'm certainly going to need one, so I'm definitely going to grab one now, because it looks like an ultrasonic cleaner is definitely what is required. Somebody also mentioned a universal fuel filter. There is one in the carburetor, but I'm possibly going to have a look at one to see see if I can help that a little bit. But it does appear to be rubbish in the tank as usual, and this is the consequence of classic cars that stand around for ages. And yeah, it's not fun. This isn't fun. It's frustrating, and well, we'll go again. Take care, guys. I shall see you in another episode. The positive thing being this car drives extremely nicely, apart from the hiccuping of inconsistent fuel delivery, put it that way. Take care.